So today I'm gonna show you guys how to make a shareable folder between Linux and Windows. Um, First I want to show you guys how how my setup is. So I have two SSDs on my computer, as you can see here, two different SSDs. This one has Windows, and this one, the half of it has Linux, and the other half will be shared. So yeah, I already went to Windows and then formatted this partition here as NTFS. You should do that because NTFS could be recognizable by Linux and Windows. So yeah, so there's one thing that you should do before you do anything. So take the partition that you want to share. In my case, this one, dev/sda3, and then you format it to NTFS. You could either do that in Windows or Linux. That doesn't matter. In my case, I did it in Linux, in Windows. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna do like that. Okay. So first of all, list block, and then we're gonna check. I mean, we could have checked on gparted, but we want to check the partition and how is it called in Linux. So in this case, it's yeah, /dev/sda3. You could check that on gparted as well. Okay, good. Now we have to create a folder on our media directory. So we're gonna access that. So change directory media, and then sudo make directory, and then you call whatever you want. So I'm gonna call it as SSD. Okay, yeah, it's already exists, but I'm gonna show you there's nothing. You see, there's nothing. Okay, now I have to mount this partition that we want to link with our Windows. We're gonna mount it to this path here, media/SSD. So sudo mount, and then dev sd3, and then the target, which is SSD. Okay, good. So yeah, I mean, after we mount it, we should see here in this menu here, you see there's nothing. Okay, now we have to say to our computer, I mean to Linux, that he has to mount it every time Linux boots up. So how we do that? We have first to check the ID of our partition, which is done by block ID. We know the name is SDA3, meaning that one here. Actually, we just need this thing here, UUID. So I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, I'm just gonna clean a little bit. Okay, good. So now we have to go to this file here, which is located. So I'm gonna use, you can use whatever editor you want, but in this case I'm going to use Nano, etc., and then fstep, and then we're gonna add a new line. You can comment it so you know what you're doing. So I don't know. New partition between Linux and Windows. I don't know, whatever you want. So the command is as follows. First you have to give UUID and then equals. Okay, yeah, like that. And then media SSD, and then we have to say the type of it, which is NTFS, as I said before. Then minus 3G auto, so it it mounts automatically. For every user. Read and write, I don't know what the zeros are for, but doesn't matter. So yeah, like this. Then Control X and then Y, enter. So I'm just going to check again if it's correctly written. Yeah, everything should be correct. Perfect. So the next thing to do is just restart our computer and check if it restarts correctly. If so, then our command is correct and it's mounting automatically. So yeah, so everything went right. But in case that you get any errors, you may be stuck on a screen which has no GUI. That means no graphical interface. So in order to fix that, go back to normal Ubuntu. Then a terminal would prompt to you, and then you just go sudo and then nano etc fstep, and then you would then just comment this section out and then restart again, then everything should work. But in this case nothing happened, so everything is okay. Now we can progress. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to create the folders that we want to share. For example, I want to share documents, and then I want to share downloads, and then pictures, music, what else, documents, downloads, music, pictures, and videos. Okay, now what we have to do is just let's say on my documents is empty, but let's say you have one file on documents which is like file. What you have to do is just transfer all the files from your original documents folder to the new documents folder, like this. It will make a copy because it's on another partition, and then make sure that the files are stored. You can make a backup just for insurance, and then we would then just delete our documents folder from the home, and then we open up the terminal, and then we have to create a symbolic link, which is by using the command ln, and then we say ln -s media ssd, and then the folder that we want to create this symbolic link, and then you say home folder. It will automatically create here on the home folder, you see, and then we're gonna check that. You see it has the file, so everything correct. Now you would you would do that for every folder. I'm gonna do one more just to show you guys. So downloads, let's see, file 2, and then downloads here, copy that, then I would just delete downloads, just use the same command, but instead documents we're going to use downloads, and then close that. I'm gonna open up a new one, downloads file 2 text. So everything is done here in Linux, in Ubuntu. Then we go over to Windows and then check if we can see that partition. I mean, this documents and downloads. Let's see if they're really shared. Okay, so now we just boot up in Windows, and then let's check if the folders that we shared on Linux are appearing in here in Windows. So yeah, I'm going here now to the partition, and now you have to check documents and downloads. So first of all, you see file is there as expected, and file 2 in downloads as expected as well. So yeah, I mean, it's being shared between the both operational systems. Now the goal is to make a unique folder for both operational systems. So that's why I mean, in this case we're going to make a unique folder called downloads for both Windows and Ubuntu. So in order to do that, we go to properties, we right click on the folder that we want, in this case downloads, and then properties, then we click on local, then we find the target that now we want to share. In this case we go to our partition, which is in this case is D, and then we just copy the path from it like I'm doing, and then just paste, apply, and he's asking if we want to merge the files. You say yes. I mean, all the files from Windows will be merged together with Ubuntu. Then we have to do the same with documents. So we go properties, local, then we find again the path for it. So we go to our another partition, then copy the path, and then paste it. As you can see, when we open up the menu and we click on documents, it already goes, I mean, to the path that we want. So everything's already set up with Windows, but it would be nice to check if Ubuntu is reading as well correctly. So we create a file here, text file, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So now we go back to Ubuntu and check if file 3 is there. Okay, so we just boot up again Linux. So let's check if the file that we created, file 3, is there. So go to downloads, yeah, and then file 3 text, yeah, hi. So yeah, everything correct. That's it, guys. Hope this video could help you. So yeah.